Do it.
Do it.
Hello, everyone.
Do it.
Welcome to Development Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Ventura Cigar Company studio. With me today is Jiunn Liu, Seth Geis, and John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Do it.
Howdy, y'all.
Do it.
Do it.
All right, so today we are talking about the Balmoral Serie Signaturas Paso Doble Gran Toro. It's a Toro Extra 6 1/4 by 54. It comes out of the Tabacalera La Flor factory in the Dominican Republic. Wrapper is Ecuadorian Habano. Binder is from the Dominican Republic, as is the filler. This is a collaboration in blending between Lito Gomez and Boris Wintermans. Price point is $12, and the cigar was released in September of 2019. So with all that out of the way, June, what was your overall experience with this cigar?
I just realized it was Lito and Boris collab blended. Oh, interesting. I didn't really get much Lito.
You did miss the trade show, I guess.
Oh, well. Hey guys, you should know this was a collab between Lito and Boris.
Yeah, when we attended the trade show in Las Vegas,
and
we
sat
talked
down with
at length.
Boris
Yes.
and Francisco.
It was a nice time.
Okay.
It would have been good to
It's
have
all right,
June
guys.
there. We missed.
Yeah.
Presence was
We're
missed.
not getting advertisement fees from these guys. It's okay. Don't worry.
I think I also read press releases.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's true. I read it on Coop, which
There
is
you
where
go.
I get all my information.
no
Okay,
wonder
anyways.
you should have gone a half wheel. Just kidding, Coop.
Anyways, we're talking about this cigar. Okay, so I actually, now that I think about it, I got very little Lito Gomez like LFD DNA in this cigars, which is a good thing for me. I'm not the biggest fan of what a lot of Lito has to offer. I think it's, anyways. Within this cigar, immediately I got this really nice jam plum kind of a aspect of it to it. So super sweet, a lot of residual sugar. But with that, there was a lot of these like minerals and cedar that really worked well off that sweetness. The retro handling of it was just that much greater because it was that much better because it was, all those things that I just said, just more, amplified. It was basically that. But when the cigar kind of went through, especially towards that last third, I got this harshness coming through, like a bitter harshness, which was actually really surprising because it just kind of came out of nowhere. But other than that, I mean, great construction. It was a really good cigar. I enjoyed it. I definitely smoke it again.
All right, Seth, how about you? What were your overall thoughts?
Yeah, I really liked the cigar. I thought it was a really good blend. I know we'll talk on it more, but I think it's actually a collaboration, which kind of shows the input of both parties and produces something which is unlike what they usually do. Really nice notes. I think June mentioned licorice. Thought he did. I was.
I really didn't.
Did it? Maybe I thought you did. Maybe it's
No,
cinnamon. I can't remember. Either way, I got some there's some
I
anise,
didn't
licorice,
say that either.
graham cracker. I hate you. I was getting like some sarsaparilla and sassafras qualities. So it was really, really good blend. Enjoyable.
How about you, John? What were your overall thoughts on it?
Yeah, so I did get the plum that June was talking about, the plummy sweet plum in the first third. I also got some sour citrus, and I actually felt like I did get a lot of the Lito DNA in this because it was very punchy, and very sort of that dark toasted quality, which I come to believe comes out of La Flor Dominicana. I also found the first and second third to be best. I think the first third, I'd like to smoke more of these because I felt like the first third was just I rated it as good, and it was to me right on the verge of being very good. And based on the experiences thus far this year, if I took this itself, that would have been very good. But based on how we score things, it didn't quite hit that very good category. I also found that the last third took on this really sort of harsh, toasted, bitter quality. It kind of gave way a little bit to some bready sweetness, but unfortunately it didn't quite raise to the level of the first two thirds for me. We smoked these in Vegas, and I thought they were quite good. In fact, I was anticipating this to be a top 5 cigar of the year. So I would definitely like to revisit this cigar in a different Vitola or this Vitola again, because I get the sense that this cigar did not perform as well as it should have. Construction was pretty much flawless. I did have some weird burn issues, but it never required any attention, and they're always self-corrected. So to me, that's a good burn. Draw was weirdly tight to start with, about 2 notches resistant, and then it opened up kind of as it progressed in the first third. Aaron, what was your overall experience like?
Yeah, for me, the cigar started with wood, muskness, black pepper. As it progressed, that pepper kind of lightened up. Some cream joined in. Musty wood was like the core of the profile as the pepper faded to the back, joined by a little bit of a vegetal note. And then that vegetal note kind of paired up with the musty wood in the final third. Construction was great. Even though the cigar started medium full in strength, it kind of settled in at medium for me. You know, the cigar had a nice fullness kind of from the start. And I like when a cigar can just like jump off and go at it without having to have any kind of a warm up period. And it presented the flavors really well. I thought the first third was the best, then it kind of gradually dropped through each third thereafter. But you know, I think lots of people talk about collaborations and how they don't work. I think this is one of the ones that did work. You know, so I'd be interested. I want to try the Robusto Vitola in this to see if it's just kind of maybe a shorter version. You get a little bit the longer of the good flavor profile, and overall the cigar scores better. But you know, I think these cigars are pretty nice, and I would have no problem smoking one of these.
I got a monster amount of smoking time value out of this. I almost hit the 3-hour mark on this bad boy, so that's pretty good for a Gran Toro.
Yeah, and when I was smoking, it was just pouring out smoke as well, so it was just kind of a burner at that point, so it was nice.
Maybe collab also with Drew Estate.
There you go.
I knew someone was going to say it.
So let's get into the scores. We'll start at the top with Seth at 7.17. I was right behind at 7.07. And then the Jays, John and Jiunn, scored at 6.67 together. So Seth, 7.17.
Good cigar, man. Really good cigar. Good flavors, great collaboration. I think it's, you know, definitely it's a great follow-up to the original that he did. I think they've exceeded that. So I was pleased with it.
Yeah, I agree with Seth. It's a really nice cigar. My 707 matches up really well. You know, I think this is only the second cigar this year that I've given a very good to in regards to flavor for a third. And then construction is really good as well. So it's really nice all around cigar. So John or Jiunn, who wants to go first? You got the same score, 6.67.
John.
I think that based on the sample in Vegas, this to me would have been like I said, I was expecting this to be in the low to mid 7s. This is a good cigar. I would happily smoke this again. Not for the faint-hearted. It's full-bodied. And like Aaron was saying, I like that it doesn't really give you any wrap-up time. It just starts right out of the gate with full flavor. And I appreciate that. I don't want to, mess around for half an hour waiting for the cigar to kick off. So I enjoyed the experience. Obviously, I almost got 3 hours of smoking time out of it. So, to me, that was the bright light in the darkness, which has been some of the cigars this year. So it's nice to actually smoke a good cigar now and again. Jiunn?
I mean, you and I gave it the same score, but you and I had very different experiences smoking the cigar. I didn't think it was full at all. I thought I was I literally said in my overall recap, solid offering providing a soft and easygoing flavor profile.
I wrote the first third. Oh my God, the nicotine is really starting to beat me up already.
You know what else I wrote? Wait, you know what else I wrote after that? I said, flavor delivery captured my attention entire way without needing to be bothered by heavy strength or beat down on my palate.
Wow, that's funny.
But anyway, he has reverse roles.
Yeah,
reverse roles.
All right. So any other final thoughts on this one from you guys?
I think we need to update the tobacco that we have in this.
Why is that? Does it have something incorrect?
Yeah, their website, Balmoral, says Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, Ecuador Sumatra binder, Dominican Brazilian fillers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's on their website.
Interesting. I didn't think they used the Brazilian in this.
That might be where that plumbing note's coming from.
I think anywhere Boris goes, he brings
the Brazilian
tobacco.
All right, well, we'll have to update it then.
I have that Brenda size. It's pretty funky size too. That double figure auto. Have you seen it?
I think I remember seeing that in the previous one.
So I guess 7.5 by
7-inch by 55 ring gauge.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, in this format, that might be a bit much. I'd need a steak first, but not Jiunn because he's twice the man that I am.
That's right.
Oh man.
All right. If you just catch this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us. Also check out the full written review on the website, developingpalates.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, so iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
Paso Doble.